Hey everyone. So we're still within the topic of control. We've looked at control of thought, and now we're going to look at control of behavior. And this is the real crunch one. And maybe it's the hardest one. Maybe it's even impossible. Maybe it's even impossible for it ever to be fully realized, perhaps, that there is no self, there's no identity, there's no separate individual controlling the behavior that happens. So it's very confronting, and it can lead to a sort of feeling of everything's just happening to me. I'm passive in all of this. I'm being controlled. It's just all fate. It's all just all set out for me. But we're looking now that it's neither. The self isn't in control, and it's not in control. It just isn't a thing. And there will be many. Well, in fact, there's so many. Like, everything is an example of that, really. Like these words being spoken now, they're being heard, and the self would say, I'm listening. I hear those words. I'm making the listening happen. No, not. How? How am I saying this? No idea. How are you listening? You have no idea. How did I move my hand then? No clue. So the behavior is not coming from the self, no matter what it looks like. The self is all over it, because it's the fundamental requirement of the existence of self, that it's the one that can is responsible. It can make this happen. It's all on its shoulders to do the right thing, do the wise thing, predict the future, and make sure that it's geared up for that. And if it's not doing all those things, if it's messing up, if it's failing, then it's all blame, blame, blame. So yeah, exhausting, and a loop of confusion about control that it's never ending. And instead, we're seeing, and we'll see more tomorrow in a really good conversation about this, that the behavior is the only behavior that could happen given current understanding and the current programming that results from that. Full stop. That's it. And that's always been the case. It will always be the case. There's no self deciding anything. It's just what's happening is the only thing that can be happening. And the way it happens, the way it's perceived, it can only be perceived in that way, given understanding, given conditioning in that moment. So the whole thing is a setup of current understanding and conditioning that creates behavior, creates thought, creates self or no self, creates perception, creates reality, creates others, and within that setup, that's all that's possible. And any tiny shift in understanding, in realization, changes that entire field of reality. So when we talk about, so, you know, if the argument was, so it's all just fate, it's just, you know, just destiny, there's, you know, I'm just on this path, and it's, we don't know what creates those shifts. You know, people talk about grace or luck, I don't know, whatever it is, I don't know. Why are we in this conversation? Couldn't be anything else, could it? There's no possibility that we could not be. Everything in our lives has got us here, and now we're here, and any tiny shift in understanding of who we are will shift all reality of self and other. Yeah. So it's conditioning to a certain extent, and it's unlimited potential at the same time. It's really massive, this behavior one. Yeah. So we'll keep looking at this, and we'll explore it tomorrow as well in the webinar. So see you then. Oh no. Oh shit. Sorry, just realised this is going out after the webinar. Excuse the swearing. Yeah. So yeah, we'll explore, and we'll see where we go. All right. Big love. Bye.